All right, so when you come in here into your Epic Realty dashboard inside of Forms, you want to make sure that you hover over More, go to Working Documents, and then you want to click on Office Docs here. So you'll click on Office Docs, and then you'll click on the CDA form. You're going to go through the CDA form and click on whichever tabs are applicable to that section. Once you have completely filled out your CDA, you want to go down here. Any notes that are pertinent to the transaction that you need to let the commissions team know as they're generating your CDA, you're going to put that information in there. Maybe it's something else on your transaction that is not actually on the CDA list. You'll add it into the notes section. You'll come here and you're going to click download. It might ask you if you change the text format here, when you go to save it, it's going to ask you if you want to save it with changes, and then you're going to click yes, and then you're going to name it. So here, the CDA team wants us to name our actual CDA form. So I'll come in here, put the address, so whatever the address is, and then the agent's name here, which is going to be your name. Save it. It's going to download. It will generate. And then you're going to go back to your transactions dashboard. When you have your transaction that you're wanting to upload that CDA form to, you're going to go there, scroll down once you have clicked on checklist, and you will add it here. I've technically already added a test CDA, but I'm going to take that out and remove it. And I'm going to show you how I attach the new CDA form. So you'll go here. Grab that CDA, upload it to here, and the transactions team will know that it is ready to be reviewed. Now, important things that you want to note in your transaction before you go in to do your CDA. These two tabs here, contacts, you want to make sure that all of your contacts are entered in here. So you would have the seller's name, last name, anything with the red asterisk next to it. You want to make sure that's filled out, and then you're going to hit save. You'll go down the list. If you've changed anything, all of this information needs to be in here so that whenever compliance and the CDA people are reviewing your CDA form, they're going to match up the contacts in here. So like you would want to have your title company and then also anything that is important to this transaction that the CDA team needs to know. Make sure all of that is here. The next important step is you want to make sure that you've hit submit after that is done, because all of that information, the CDA team is not going to know that it's ready unless you've hit submit on there. So make sure that you hit that submit button. And then on your checklist, make sure that all of this has been broker approved prior to your closing. And then your commission section is really important too. So let's talk about that. In your commission section, you want to make sure that you have your sales price there, your listing commission, whether that is a dollar amount or a percentage. And then if you have a personal deal, meaning that it is an actual personal transaction with you and Epic, then you would click yes. If it's not, you're going to have it no, and then it's just basically a normal arm's length transaction. So you'll make sure that if you have like a TC admin fee, this is maybe a TC or an admin that you use as a personal agent outside of what Epic Realty already provides to us. If you are holding the earnest money as the brokerage, you're going to click yes. Some of us here in Mississippi use the earnest money escrow forms. And so we are not technically holding that earnest money just yet. But when you use the earnest money escrow form, this is not going to be applicable. So you'll just leave this section no. Scroll down if there's any referral details. If you have an external referral, which it's not Epic to Epic agent, you're going to click external and then you'll put the information in here. Also make sure you have that W-9 form uploaded as well. This is important so that corporate will know who they're paying out, and you have all that information in there. If you need to enter any additional comments in the commission section, that will go here, and make sure you're clicking save the comment. Commission split, this is if you have a cooperating agent on the other, not the other side, but if you have a cooperating agent that is on that transaction, say you're the listing agent and there's a co-op agent where they are also getting a commission, then that agent's information will go here for a commission split between the two of you. All right, and this is important. You want to make sure that you hit submit here. So contacts in the commission section should be verified. If anything changes with this information, I know a lot of you guys have changes at the last minute, so you might need your CDA revised, and then you would simply email cda@epiquerealty.com and they will work towards getting those revisions made. Now, one thing you do want to make sure is that you have your CDA forms completed and submitted 7 business days prior to your closing. That is important. Make sure that you've got that done. And then if you're having issues with maybe a transaction or you need information regarding payments, you can always go into it's zoomtransactions.com, and it's every day at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can get live help with our transactions department. All right, I hope that helps ordering the CDAs. And then you want to make sure that you've hit that submit button. So all of that information in the commission info section, make sure you're hitting that submit button so that your compliance team and your broker and the CDA department can make sure that all that information is in there correctly.